Alright, so looks a little different since I filmed this last. Here's my pigeons. I used to have Tiki Bird in here and something real bad happened to him. I'm assuming a hawk got him through these black bars here. So we took in this pigeon here, had a really bad injury on his eye. It's all better now because the eye was removed. We don't know what happened, but it's looking good now. So he's got one eye. And we rewired this whole thing so nothing can get to the top, the bottom, or anywhere. This is his friend. I got him. I thought pigeons wouldn't want to be alone, so went and got him this friend. This is a baby, probably I think 9 or 10 weeks old now, maybe 9 weeks. Just a baby, but they've been doing pretty good together. Still have to add some more stuff in here, but I like it. Over here doing a water change on my pond. Here, if I turn the flow off, we can see. So I did a really big water change yesterday. I drained this down halfway. I have mollies, goldfish, 2 cichlids. I don't know how they're gonna do over this winter, but this pond I've had probably like 7-8 months was my guess. I don't know how long. It's fully established. It's pretty. So I started with these 2 turtles down here in this pond. I just stirred it up so it's really messy, and with the glare you can't see anyway. I have a pump down here pumping up to this filter here. Since I'm changing the water, I just have to move this from here out. So today I'm just pumping new water in with the hose, have the hose turned up really high. And then this water in here pumps down to here, and then that pump is the one pumping it out. And then I also have, because I started with just this pond here, I have this one with its own pump over here, comes up to here. Just have some polyester foam, whatever it's called, pours out, trickles down. All my pothos and wherever these are, I don't know what those are, helps filter. This will clear up in probably a couple hours once I stop messing with it. Couple turtles over there. So started with these 2 big ones, and then I was gonna get one more, and the lady that I found who had turtles had 2 in there, and then she said, oh, I'm also gonna add a 3rd one in. So 3 new ones. They've been in here probably a couple months now. They love this setup. They just stay up here mostly. So these 2 started down here when I got them from my friend, and they were just down here. So now they go up and down. They'll go up and down. The new ones, I had put them down at the bottom, but they just came up and don't go back down. Here's my male redfoot tortoise. Hi, buddy. You eating something? This is Jabuti. I've had him 2 years now. I want to say it's longer than that, but I don't know his history before he came to me. They said somebody bought a house, and whoever bought the house said he was there, left behind. So I already had 3 female redfoot tortoises. At the time I wasn't sure if they were females, but they are. They have all had babies. There's Anjo, there's Khaleesi, and then Ulu's down there somewhere. This is where the adults can go in and out. Oh, there's Ruby. Hi, Ruby. So I've had her for, let's see, I think going on 5 years. She's a cherry head redfoot. And then, oh, there's Shy Shy. These two, the lady I got them from, came together from the same place, so they're both cherry heads. Hi. She's way smaller. Ruby's getting pretty big. Hi, Ruby. And then the other one I have is Galaxy. She's probably over here. I don't know. Yeah, she's over here. Hi, Galaxy. So the lady I got her from, she came with Ruby and Shy Shy, but she was from 2 tortoises she had. The other one died, and then Ruby somehow got away and was missing for 3 months, and then she found her in the neighbor's yard eating dog poop. And that's when she had got her kid, the other 2, and then had this one. And then eventually she got sick of taking care of them. And I was like, you know, if you don't want them, I would take them. This water has come a long way. With the glare, it's really hard to see, but it used to be so dirty. Now you can actually see the fish. But I do keep this flow here, keep some oxygen and some movement. Let that filter out for a little while. These guys had a pretty big treat yesterday, so they're full, but you wouldn't know it. They're constantly begging, always begging for food. There's Ulu. Hi. What are you doing? You checking out the tortoise? Over here I have some cranberry hibiscus. I feed this to them a lot. I don't know how good it is to feed it all the time, but it's pretty healthy. They love it. And then the tortoises can eat it. And then all of my female tortoises have had babies. I've shown those in a different video, but they've gotten a lot bigger. I gotta feed the birds. Hi. Hello. So yeah, this guy was a racing pigeon. He has the band on there. And when we reached out to the number that comes up on the website, they responded once and they said, send me the band info. And I did, and then they didn't respond. I reached out again, no response. His head was pretty bad. His eye was completely infected and had this huge lump over the top. So the vet removed the eye, and it's been 3 weeks now since the surgery, and doing great. Yeah. I just woke up a little while ago. Just had a bunch of days off of work. Gotta go back tomorrow. You hot? You so hot. So dogs need their breakfast. Cats need to eat. Kids need to eat. Birds need to eat. Turtles and tortoises, they're pretty easy. There's Ruby. Everything's a mess. Hi, Ruby. So yeah, there's 7 babies, and oh, should I start peeking out? 6 of them I did incubate myself, which I'm not going to do anymore. And then one of the babies was a ground hatch. So I got this for the babies. Opens, closes. It's fully wired on the bottom of this dirt. Oh, there they are. That's the ground hatch. He's almost 1. So it's July now. In August, he's going to be 1 year old. Then these guys here are 1.5. They're about 6 months older than he is. They're very cute. So they'll go in this during the day, but they're really in here a lot. Hi, little guy. Oh my goodness. So I have 7 babies and hopefully no more hatch. I always try to find the nest from the females, but sometimes it's hard. There's Djibouti. So far I've only had 1 ground hatchling and they've laid a lot of eggs. Some of the eggs this year, the dogs found the nest, and then sometimes the tortoises find the nest when they're like going bad. So these girls, the guess is that they're around 9 years old. It's could be off a couple years. It was kind of a guess, but the lady did have them when they were small. So when I got them, they were pretty small still, and they've grown a lot. But yeah, Ruby's so much bigger for a cherry head. Oh look, using the ramp. You don't get to really see him use the ramp that much. So cool. They're so cool. You hungry? Even though you just had a huge meal yesterday. So somebody at my work had hard-boiled eggs that were a little too old for a human, but not too old for a turtle. And I don't really know if they should really eat those, but for a treat once in a while, I give them a hard-boiled egg, like the egg whites. I usually take the yolk out because it's so messy, but I'll put them in a separate container to feed them, and then they go to town. So for the new turtles, it was their first egg yesterday. That was pretty cool. So these two ate it so fast. Hi, Ruby. Hi, Ruby. The phone doesn't want to focus. She's such a cool tortoise. 2 of the babies are hers, and then 4 of them are Shy-Shys. For being a cherry head, her head is not that red, but she does have marbling on her shell, you can see. So that's a cool thing people look for. I put this here to cover up their water. Yeah, the babies stay in here. And then I did make the babies like a playpen that they can go in when I'm home. I have to move it when I use it, but so it's pretty big. I forgot how long it is. I don't know, 12 foot or something. But I usually would just pick it up, put it over on the grass over here somewhere. It just has to be flat, and then the babies can graze. But this is all for the tortoises. They get to have all this area. Then the dogs know they pee and poop on that side, because if they were pooping over here, the tortoises would eat it, and I don't want that. All right, I think I'm gonna turn the hose off and go inside. All right, see you later.